You ever finish an anime and feel like you just watched something special, but no one else is talking about it? That's the kind of show I want to shine a light on. A series isn't about hype or popularity, but about the underrated, the ones that might not be perfect, but leave a mark. So today, before I kick off a series about hidden anime gems that I believe deserve more recognition, I want to share how I personally look at anime. The first thing that hits is the drawings. To me, this is about the visual consistency and beauty of each frame. I know studios are rushed, I know budgets can be tight, but when the art is consistent, when every angle and shadow feels alive, that's something worth applauding. And if it has a unique style that leaves an impression, that's a 10 in my book. If you want to know the full detail on how I give points in every category, you can download this free file in my Ko-fi page, and you can support my journey if you want to. The link in the description below. Once I've appreciated the art style on its own, the next step is to see how that style is brought to life. In other words, the animation. And I look at it in two layers: how characters move in everyday scenes, and how the action plays out when things explode. Talking scenes tell me a lot. You can feel when a studio puts in the extra effort. A shift in posture, a subtle glance, a character actually moving while they speak. It just keeps things alive, and you can feel the tension in just a tilt of the head. Then there's the action. I'm not asking for movie-level visuals in every fight, but I want to feel the hits. Timing, weight, movement. When it's done right, you will feel emotions, motion, and momentum. But sometimes you will have the perfect drawings and animations, but you miss something. Pacing. Good pacing makes you forget you're watching. You're just in it. I pay a lot of attention to how the first episode ends. That's the moment that either hooks you or loses you. A cliffhanger, a surprise, or even just a strong emotional punch. When done well, it makes you reach for the next episode without even thinking. It's not about speed, it's about rhythm. Some shows move fast and burn out. Others drag. But when an anime finds its flow, balancing calm, tension, and momentum, that's when it becomes unforgettable. The next thing I look at is the music. Music doesn't just support the scene, it speaks to the heart of it. A good melody makes you feel things before you even know why. Whether it's the soft piano or the swelling strings, music leads the emotion, and when a melody sticks with you, that's when you know it worked. But for music to deliver you the emotions, you also need a good voice acting. Not every show has top-tier actors. It's not about who the actor is, it's how they make you feel. Voice acting for me is about authenticity. It's not just about screaming in battle or crying on cue. It's the pauses, the softness, the little cracks in a voice that tell you what a character is really feeling. When the voice feels like it belongs to the character, that's when it hits deepest. A scene like this will not have been this good without the voice acting, but also the sound effects. For example, let's see this Fate Grand Order clip and compare.
我ら南米が縛れば多くの命を絶滅させた大衝突と力を見せてくれる。我が身を燃える岩となし、彗星となって大地を殺す。ウルティモ、飛べ！パターダー！
Sound effects are one of those things you don't notice until they're missing. Now let's see the difference.
だが 我が身は遠い魔境の神聖なれど、メソポタミアの神、何する者ぞ。我ら南米のシバルバ、多くの命を絶滅させた大衝突の力を見せてくれる。我が身を燃える岩となし、彗星となって大地を殺す。ウルティモ飛べパターナ
The swing of a blade, the crack of a punch, the subtle wind in a quiet scene, they pull you in and make the world feel real. It's not about being loud, it's about being right. When a show gets this right, you feel more immersed, more involved, like you're standing inside the scene.
まるで
But even with all that, the animation, the voices, the sounds, there's still one thing people care about the most and fight over the most: the story. Many people get disappointed by anime not because the anime is bad, but because they're expecting the manga. And that's a mistake I used to make myself. With a lot of people reading source materials nowadays, saying this is peak or that is peak, they become so hyped over the scenes in their mind, and when they see the anime of that source, they say it's mid, or they say it's peak when the anime is bad. When a manga captures your imagination, it's easy to carry that love over to the anime. But if we're being honest, animation is a whole different craft. Now here's where I differ from most. I believe the story should be judged in the manga, not the anime. Each element I mentioned should be judged on its own. But I wanted to clarify this in the story section because people say an entire anime is mid or bad just because the power system isn't complex or the plot not deep enough. That's a valid debate to have, but not for me. I'm only looking at how well the source material is adapted. I treat the story more like the foundation, and my focus is on how well the studio built the house. Now, if it's an original anime, where the studio made the story from scratch, then yes, I rate the story like any other category. What matters most, though, is how all these elements come together. So for that, it needs great composition. When the art supports the story, when the pacing carries the emotion, when the music lifts the scene and the voice acting grounds it, that's when it stops feeling like parts and starts feeling like an experience. You don't notice the ingredients anymore, you just remember how it made you feel. So that's how I see anime. I don't look for perfection, I look for effort, for care, for soul. This system, it's not law. It's not something you need to agree with, but it's how I judge anime. And I wanted to be honest about that before I start recommending shows that I think deserve your time. If you've got an anime that you feel deserves more love, let me know. I'm always on the lookout for hidden gems. And if you enjoy anime that maybe didn't get the spotlight it deserved, stick around. This series is for you. Hit that subscribe button and let's enjoy this unemployed journey together.